Ah. Ah.
I almost want to break into like Silent Night with this like background music.
Silent blah.
Yeah.
Holy blah.
Yeah.
All
Honestly,
is blah.
when it breaks into the actual song, when it actually breaks into like the actual like instrumental, it actually reminds me a lot of like the Twilight Princess like fishing area music. Like it's a very like it's a very like quiet, atmospheric song.
Sorry, I was making sure the game was working.
The game is working, man. It's quiet.
Well, the game is working, and I just didn't know if I heard the game or not. Alright.
What the fuck is this? By the way, I haven't noticed, but what the fuck are these, like, pieces of paper here?
Oh! It's progression! Wait.
But
hold
what?
on. Oh! This is like a post board.
Well,
so
yeah.
it shows you every act you've gone down. So this is Act 2 for Emmy, and that's why we got that post. This is Prologue, so that's why we got that. And this is Act 2 of
I'm pretty
Ren.
sure it didn't have 3 the whole time. Now I'm gonna have to rewatch the episodes.
It had only him. Once we did Act 2 of Emmy, we gained that.
Yeah, that's the runner.
Yeah, so...
But we can't move them around, right? It's not like...
No.
Yeah, no. It's not actually like a puzzle piece.
No, oh my god. So completion is this whole thing just stickers.
Oh god.
Anyway, hello people, it's us TBGN. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we are back with Katawa Shoujo. I wonder if they added more with the mod that you installed.
Unlikely.
Alright, back
a mod that you will never get to play, apparently.
No, I'm sure we will. Like, once we go down all the other routes, you'll tell me, hey, this is the others.
Well, the thing is, I won't tell you that you're going down the route until you go down it. So that it is a surprise.
Like, how many routes did they add in the mod?
Oh, 1. It's only one person's mod. Yeah, it's a mod for a person.
And I'm guessing it's Misha. There's no really other characters.
I mean, it could be for the librarian.
Doubt it.
Just...
Alright.
Ah, the printouts! Oh, hold on. I need to start this over. Yeah. Ah, the printouts! Oh, no. What am I gonna do? Teacher, give me hell if they're dirty.
Oh, they're definitely dirty.
No, not me, the printouts!
Oh. You're still sitting on one, so technically it is dirty. Anyway, they're probably fine. Let's gather them back up. It won't be a problem. We quickly round up the papers that people still stepped on them. Fucking assholes. And Emmy tries to sort the scattered pile in her hands into the orderly stack it was. Yeah, good luck with that.
Wait, where are you going?
To see Ren. Oop. Nowhere in particular, I guess. Didn't want to be alone with Muto in the classroom. I think he has a hangover, a rough one.
Have you eaten lunch?
Not yet, but I'm not feeling very hungry anyway. She looks at me credulously, as if doubting my sanity for letting
I'm doubting your sanity.
Out of my mouth. Oh.
You should go to the roof. I promised Ren I would eat lunch with her. I bet she'd like company.
Yeah, and we've already done that once, so this is now twice.
Yep.
Uh-oh. My lunches with Ren have been remarkably unsuccessful. I know where this conversation is going, and it's hard to not get drawn along, so I have little choice but to play ball!
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, I'll go pick up some bread or something first. Amy smiles brightly before I say anything else. I'm also gonna go play ball in Wii Sports.
No, I'll go and deliver these super quick, and then go buy lunch for us. And Ren too, of course. What kind of bread do you like?
Swiss.
Swiss bread? Is there any bread, like, okay, obviously bread exists in Switzerland, but like, what? Swiss are known for their cheese, not... What the fuck is Swiss bread? I need to look this shit up.
It might as well just be bread from Switzerland.
I'm not flying to Switzerland to get you bread. That's weird.
It's fine. You really don't need to.
Don't worry, it's alright. Consider an apology. I'll be back before you know it.
That's what I'm worried about. Don't get into another accident. You already had your driver's license revoked once. Amy starts walking down the hall, but since she's still talking to me, she isn't watching where she's going.
I won't.
Famous last words as she's dead before I can even say anything. She's already jogging down the stairs as she shouts that not so reassuring promise back to me.
Oh, this apparently is what Swiss bread looks like. They're like mini bread bites in a fucking baguette.
So it does exist. Sighing quietly, I start plotting.
It's called Zopf.
Zoff.
Zopf.
Zophos.
Zopf bread.
Zardos. I start plotting along in her wake, but instead of taking the stairs down, I climb upwards. The stairwell up to the roof is
Unlit. Like, man, this word's not even that complicated.
I didn't even know
just
how to...
Unlit.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I was like,
I understood.
you lit?
I understood why, but
I didn't know this was a
yeah.
I didn't know it was two words
Unlit.
in the one. Okay.
Yes, unlit.
And just as creepy as it was before.
Yeah.
The doors squeeze weakly in protest as I push it open. And there sits Ren.
That's the squeaking.
Ren is there too, like Amy said, laying on her back at the other end of the pebble-covered rooftop for some reason. Predicting something unnecessarily strange again, I walk to her as slowly as possible. Boo! Wait, she's on the ground?
Yeah. I'm sure she can get back up.
I was thinking she was going to be on that bench before, but no,
Nope.
she's just laying there.
She's lying on the pebble surface.
Oh, hello. She sounds very drowsy. She says that, stretching the end of the word with a slurred voice. Despite that, her eyes are wide open. She's just fixated on the sky. So now I know the purposes of our end credits. Please join me as we watch the sky under this clear
sky.
roof. I look down at her, my shadow overlapping her face. What are you doing? Ren raises an eyebrow. I thought you had a heart problem, not an eye problem. Damn!
Ren is the character younger bro aspires to be at Two Bros Game Night.
Challenging the rationale of my perfectly valid question without even tilting her head to look at me. Ren's smart-ass comments are infuriating,
and
though
yet
I
you're
find them
dating
amazing. The worst thing is that I'm not sure if she's doing it on purpose or not. Oh, she absolutely is. Alright then, let me rephrase. Why are you lying on your back on the rooftop? She gives a lazy shrug and just dismissively.
I know she still has shoulders.
Yeah, she does.
It's like, it's not like her shoulders are gone, but it's weird when you have you're missing two arms.
And she shrugs.
To shrug. Yeah. Like, it feels weird.
I'm trying to experience. People probably don't do this enough. What exactly are you trying to experience here, besides experience sharing Pokemon? I can't really tell, but there's probably a reason people don't do whatever. She's playing dodgeball with me again, answering my attempt at small talk with riddles I don't want to puzzle out. Hey, Mr. B.
Am I Mr. Smith? No, I'm not.
No, you are the doctor. But I don't want to ignore her either.
Yeah, how are you doing, Mr. B?
Yeah, but the reason is that everyone is too busy with their lives to pay attention to the really important things.
Dr. Smith!
Oh my god!
My name is not Smith.
She's old-fashioned.
Also, I don't have a doctorate, Mr. B.
She's old-fashioned. She would literally turn to someone and be like, why are you playing on your phone when life is what? When life's beauty is before you. Like, that is her.
I mean, here's the thing. That's not even... It's not that that's old-fashioned. It's just a different way of looking at the world. Of like,
I suppose.
You're trying to escape into some fantasy for fun, but you could also have just as much fun looking up at the sky and just experiencing.
Dr. Smith.
Boss, Jeffy, and Dr. Smith are your new
Joe Diffie?
nicknames.
Joe Jeffy. Like watching the sky? Why are you questioning that?
I don't know if I approve of that, Mr. B.
She
but
tears her gaze away from
I
the
get the
sky
feeling that I'm not going to be able to stop you.
and finally looks straight at me. The penetrating depthness of
Remember,
her eyes
guys,
once
younger
she
bro doesn't know
focuses
what penetrating is.
them on something startling. I rarely see penetrating written.
I don't know how that's possible.
Because I don't read a lot of things. Though I would like to if I could find.
Oh, I'm sure
dating
you would.
sims.
I'm sure you would like to read things.
Anyway, if you were a girl, I would be able to see your pants.
Are we sure that Rin isn't a guy? I know that Rin dresses like a guy, but the game assures us that she's a girl. Are we sure, though?
She's just... God. She sees everything in a totally different light.
Yup.
I see you in a different light. If I was a girl, I wouldn't come this close to anyone who tried to sneak a peek at my panties. I have that much common sense. Fuck, that's
Valid.
actually valid, yeah.
Valid.
I wouldn't either, but sometimes it can't be avoided. Like now, for example.
Your panties are far away from my face, and I can't see them.
To tell you the truth, I don't even really want to peek at your panties, though, yet. Underpants are the soul of a girl. You shouldn't peek at someone else's soul, even if you are not a girl. As a guy, I guess I can understand that. To us, there's some sort of magical object that we can't quite comprehend.
It's mythical, but same thing. Literally, I have seen at least 2 different times, like 2 different memes of Link holding up a girl's panties and being like, "You've obtained, like, panties." So, I can't even say this guy is wrong.
Also, like, these are some good comebacks from his cell. Like, that's amazing.
Look, if you're with Ren, you have to try.
Yeah, that's exactly how I think about them, too. What a coincidence. It really is. So, did you have world history in the morning class? I skipped class. Figures. To do this? Well, I'm not exactly doing what it looks like I am doing. Or at least I think that what I'm doing doesn't look like what I look like. But your perspective.
From your perspective.
From your perspective, probably. Yeah, I skipped class to do this. I guess whatever your reason is, it's as good as any. Giving in to the tired feeling in my legs, I sit down on the roof next to Ren.
Sit or lay?
Sit. The pebbles are not the most comfortable bed in the world.
So lay.
If she can stand it, then I should be able to as well. What are you waiting for? Try it. I bend my neck backwards to take a look where she's looking. The silvery blue sky dotted by herds of cloud sheep fills my field of vision with determination.
Hold on.
Entirely.
Hold on. It's cloud sheep because it's filling your field of vision.
Oh my god, yes. Cloud sheep filling your field of vision.
That, if it wasn't for the fact that I don't believe they intended that to be how that was written,
it makes sense.
I would congratulate this game for its excellent writing.
Well,
but I'm really sure they didn't mean it like that.
While it's probably the view...
While it's pretty,
the view is nothing special, even though the weather is fair.
Just like
it's
Ren.
not frightful. I give a shrug, like her. Hey, look! Trying my best to imitate the nonchalant manner which Ren seems to evolve to perfection, and lie down on my back.
You could have just said, "I give a shrug," like Ren. and lie down on
The
my
stones
back.
poke at my back through my thin shirt whenever I shift my weight even a little, forcing me to keep as still as possible.
Yep.
I could imagine.
This is why you don't lay down on a nail bed or a bed of nails, because it does exactly the same thing.
Yes.
It's like, yes, you can lay on it and not die, but
you have to be so fucking careful in that kind of
but
thing.
why the fuck would you?
I hear it's good for acupuncture type stuff.
If I wanted acupuncture, I'd go to acupuncture, not lay down on a bed of fucking nails.
I think that's where the idea of bed of nails come from. I think it's a part of that.
I don't think it is.
Or I know it has something to do with acupuncture or something similar.
Yeah, it probably has a very similar feeling.
I tried to ignore the discomfort and myself, ignoring myself. All right, get out of here, skip town. Instead, concentrating on the vastness over us.
I mean, that's basically what I do when I go to bed.
Far above, the summer clouds drift soundlessly across the dome of the sky. It's a good way to find peace. Oh shit, I'm dying. Neither of us has anything more to say. Thus, silence covers the rooftop until
and yet
Amy,
you keep thinking.
The subdued noises of students on their lunch break. Cicadas? Cicadas. Oh, cicadas! Sorry, I didn't know it was the bug.
Yes.
In the trees and traffic buzzing past the school or humming pleasantly somewhere in the background. Sorry, I'm so used to capitalizing.
Hold on.
The word
I need to be clear. Notice that this sentence did the thing where they took out the Oxford comma. So, students on their lunch break, cicadas in the trees, and traffic buzzing past the school.
Didn't do it.
This sentence is why... Oh, well, okay. That sentence is why you need the Oxford comma. Because what it looks like is students on their lunch break and cicadas in the trees and traffic.
Yeah.
Buzzing past... Yeah, so there are cicadas in the trees, and there are also cicadas buzzing past the school. That's why you need the Oxford comma.
Listen, I had a great...
It's non-optional.
Oh, listen, I had a great time yesterday. Stop talking, you're just high on club. Did you? Well, to be honest, no. But it was alright. It was probably the longest time I've ever sat in one place without doing anything productive.
Anything at all.
Kind of impressive. He talked to Ren.
Yeah.
That's why I said anything productive, because he wasn't
I feel like
really...
talking to Ren is very productive.
Little side conversations here and there, I don't know. I try to make it sound as convincing as possible. Is that impressive? To you, maybe. I think it is. I'm usually too restless to do anything like that. I think I had a good time too. Wow, I actually got you to admit something. Don't read too much into it. I am. A cloud passes above us, casting its shadow on the school. And here lies two characters who wanted to be together. A chill surges through me from the sudden change of sunlight to shade. It's Davy Jones. I realize that summer is not in its full bloom quite yet.
Not yet.
The only measure of time passing is the slow pace of the clouds moving towards the town. Stray beams of golden sunlight leak through the gaps, blinding me for a moment whenever they hit me directly in the eyes. Ah, my eyes! The blue of the sky looks so unreachable. Out of the blue.
You know what? I think I know where they got the name for Doki Doki Blue Skies.
Either that or they really love George Strait.
Unlikely.
This reminds me of the time I spent in the hospital where I was bored out of my mind on a daily basis. Somehow it doesn't matter. After a while, I learned to appreciate other things like watching TV and playing video games and gossiping with people I don't even like.
See, this is why old people gossip with... It's because they're fucking bored and need something to do, so they just go talk to people about shit.
A comprehensive sensation of calmness spreads from my sight to my other senses, finally hitting my brain. Oh god, I'm here on a date with Ren again. An airplane zooms by, even though it takes the sound a while to get to us, leaving two thin contrails in its wake like a pair of chalk lines drawn from one end of the sky to the other. I wonder where it is heading. We have our heading. To Miami! The low tin of its hinges carries all the way down to my ears, although it's barely audible over the racket from the quad. It's nice. It's nice, but I don't understand why this is more important than going to class. Isn't it good to do something you like?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, but I think Ren wants to go away from responsibilities.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's that Ren values life in a different way than other people.
Yeah. Every once in a while, it's breakfast in bed, and then pull the covers up or over our head. Of course, but...
What are you doing?
Emmy has snuck up on us without either noticing, and is only a step away from me, holding several packages wrapped in plastic film in her arms. Yep. She leans forwards and peeks over me, overshadowing my face almost exactly the same way I overshadowed
I feel like her
before.
head should have just popped into the screen upside down.
I wonder how weird this looks. The two of us laying on our backs on the rooftop. That's what I asked too, and now look at me. I hate this! I would be more concerned about what you are doing. If I were you, I wouldn't come that close to people who could see your panic. No, Ren, you ruined it!
Ren!
Emmy's voice is scandalized, but she quickly takes a step backward, pressing her hands against the front of her skirt so abruptly that the parcels of bread she was carrying fall. Oh god, I wish I knew how long we were streaming. Now I know. Okay, I quickly avert my eyes and glance angrily at Ren. She pretends not to
Wait,
see
you
me.
were peeking! You're mad at Ren for ruining it!
Ren got you!
He sounds like that, right?
Sure. I sit up. Emmy scrolls at Ren, crouches down to pick up the packages. She wipes the dust off them and skips lively around me to Ren's other side, where she sits herself down and softly.
Anyway, here's your bread. Sorry it took a while.
That's alright. Thanks for treating me. I pull myself into a sitting position and gratefully accept the bread Emmy is offering. And it's that Switzerland bread. All three of us ravenously dig into the simple meal. The bread is surprisingly decent and readily fills my stomach.
I mean, it's bread.
I follow the corner of my eye, the skill with which Ren handles her bread between her feet.
I haven't seen you on the track in a few days.
I figured it was too heavy a routine for me to start with.
So you've been doing something else?
I think I've learned how to be politely lazy. I've been considering my options. I'm weighing my options. She frowns but doesn't pursue the issue further, for which I'm thankful. Emmy seems pretty headstrong, and I wouldn't really want to get pestered by her about this on a daily basis. I have enough burdens to bear with Sasune and Misha already.
You haven't been
You
hanging
haven't
out with them.
talked to them. In fact, when are we even going to see them again?
Maybe never. You pissed them off.
We barely finish lunch before the bell rings, calling us back to our classrooms. And Ren stays behind.
Well, of course, just to fucking say, hey, what the fuck do you think you're talking about? You haven't talked to them in a while. Fuck you!
Oh, guys. We weren't even predicting that we were going to see them again.
We're never predicting that we're going to
This
see
time,
them again
it's
or
the-
anything else. It happens.
It's just the game saying fuck you
Yeah,
at this
it's
point.
just
Like,
the game
fuck
saying
it
fuck
up.
you.
Misha waves at me as soon as I
He-chan!
enter and starts talking before I even make my way across the classroom.
How was your festival? Yeah, hold on, I'm fucking up. Here. No. How was your festival? Did you have fun?
I'm still somewhat undecided on that. I'd probably say, eh? Why?
Just asking, just asking.
Her eyes glint in a way that tell me she's not just asking. I can't even start to guess her motives, though. As the well-timed entrance of the English teacher prevents us from talking further, Misha falls back to plan B.
B is for breasts.
I
I was there all day with Shi-chan. We had a lot of fun.
Weren't you supposed to be doing work?
Don't worry, everything went really well.
I don't reply to that, and she leaves me alone after Shizune demands her attention. My own attention, on the other hand, there's a golden band is directed out the windows. Now that I look at it from here through the window and the foliage just outside, the sky seems smaller.
Yep.
Uh-oh, he's starting to see the artist's eyes from the sky.
You're also zooming in on the sky.
I catch only small glimpses of blue. Everything else is a clutter of noise right in the middle of my field of vision.
Actually, it's to the left of your vision.
What experience did Rin want out of staring at the sky? Surely she's done it before. Everyone has.
Yeah, you heard it here. Surely she's done it. Everyone has.
It's no use. It's no use.
It's no use!
Trying to guess her mind, but if I do that, then I have no excuse for not concentrating on the teacher's words.
Concentrate on the teacher's words.
I look at the scribbles appearing on the blackboard, trying to figure out their meaning with little success. English really isn't my favorite subject. We have a strong mutual dislike for each other. That's a good way to describe your worst class.
That's fair.
I
I can agree to that.
Yeah, I still love how this flipped for me once I hit high school, where I used to be really good at math, and I sucked at English. Then once I hit high school, it flipped where I was good in English and terrible at math.
Yep.
Thick, hot afternoon light invades the corridor, making the air feel heavy and lazy.
Pretty
like
sure
me.
that's just Ren.
My body feels weighed down by it as I drag it 2 doors down. No, 3 doors down.
2
The
doors
hallway
down.
to the art class.
It's one less door down.
I know, and I'm disappointed. Maybe this is... No wonder 2 doors down never charted.
They were too overshadowed by
Like
the
3
extra door of
doors.
3 doors down. And don't even get us started about 1 door down.
We love you 3 doors down. Anyway, maybe this is part of the reason why I didn't join any clubs before. Afternoons just aren't suited for activity. And just before you thought it couldn't get any more doors down, 4 doors down came in 2023.
Unfortunately, they ran out of wood to construct the 4th door.
Hey,
Hey, look, people.
Cool. I knock on the door.
Oh, that must
Art
be the
room.
blind kid.
Oh, it's not Kenji.
Nope, I was surprised. I was expecting
It's
it.
not Kenji.
Yeah, younger bro was certain it was gonna be Kenji too.
What? Okay. Like, Kenji and
Kenji
Rin
is
are
lit-
more or less on the same route. so-
Kenji is literally just the absolute failure route.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
also, do you really want to hang out with Kenji more?
Also, what's wrong with that girl's face?
I think it's just.
It's broken. It looks broken.
I'm
man.
actually, yeah. There's something. It's a weird perspective.
And opened it. I know what they're trying to do. Like, she's trying to look sideways, like happy, but the hair just doesn't look. The hair doesn't go along with the face.
Mm-hmm.
A girl who was possibly doing something important with the scroll of paper she's carrying towards
Turns.
turns to reckon me and smile in a sweet, if a bit confused manner.
Okay, generic student. Hello?
This is the art club, right?
Yep, you interested in joining?
Mm-hmm. In fact, I might already have done so, but we'll see. I give her a weak smile.
I get the feeling that you say that and she's like, oh yeah, I know.
And her own widens a notch, making me feel less nervous.
Great, have a seat then. We'll start when the teacher gets here.
Without even scouting the room for a spot, I walk quickly to the back of the room and settle myself on a free seat, apart from everyone else.
Ignoring.
And I put my
Red.
head down. A few other members are lounging in their seats, waiting for the teacher. Ren sits alone in a window seat, looking outside. She's the only person here that I know, although a guy I've never really gotten along with from my own classes here too.
Is that the guy who very clearly wants to fuck the girl, or the guy who is literally looking aside and gives negative shits?
Nobody else comes to greet me. Maybe introductions are left for later.
And by the way, the guy who gives no shits was the person with an ear problem, not the blind person.
So I just settle for silent observation as well. One boy has sunglasses on. An odd sight indoors. Were we not at Yamaku? I'll bet he's the blind student Ren was talking about.
Probably. This looks like a completely different room than the other room, even though I know it's the same room.
Yeah, they just reused the...
Well, this was the art room. That was just
but
like...
The stools on the tables tells me that it's not an active classroom.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Anyway, the wait proves to be extremely short.
Well, those aren't chairs on the table. Those are easels.
Yes,
but there's two
stools
in the back.
Noya walks over to stand behind his desk in 3 long strides, then gives a smile and a flamboyant greeting.
What the fuck, boys? Good afternoon, everyone. I think I gave him this voice. First things first, he saw there's a new member, so everyone get along with him. Well, he's very blunt.
He winks at me unsettlingly. All 8 members of the club, including myself, answer his greeting with considerably less enthusiasm. Still,
hello, Hisao.
People finally straighten up in their seats and begin to pay attention.
I think some of you still have projects to work on, so please continue with those if you like. As for the rest, I was thinking that today we could do some rough studies. How does that sound?
How about no? Nobody answers except with some unintelligible
What the fuck does he mean by that?
unintelligible murmurs, which
Nomiya
Nomiya apparently interprets as
unanimous.
approval.
I know, we just had an unword earlier. This one's not one of them. Alright then, everyone not working on other projects, choose a partner and draw a sketch of one another. Oh, well. You should be able to complete this today, but if not, we can continue it next time.
Now
Or
we're
even
not
do it again
doing
if you
the
find it
naked
interesting.
sculpting thing, are we?
No, it's just gonna be an actual, like...
Yeah.
Remember to pay attention to lighting and shadow and give it your best.
Pairing up, I feel pretty awkward about it. Hardly knowing anyone here, I wish someone would ask me to be their partner.
Go
Speak of the
talk to Ren.
People stand up and move their chairs closer together, but nobody comes to me. Pretty soon, everyone else has paired off. Friends team up with each other, but I'm left alone. Well, there is Wen.
So go talk to Ren.
She's sitting in the furthest corner of the classroom, still staring out the window and seemingly uninterested in taking part in the exercise. Since she's the only other one without a partner, I walk to her seat. I can't see her face because her hair is covering most of it and she's looking away from me. Ren? I call out to her, no response. Hey, you want to partner up? You're the only one to know here. She seems to finally acknowledge my presence, her head turning like a robot as she looks to see who is addressing her. Ren doesn't answer, and I don't want to repeat the question either. I'm sure she heard it the first time. Why doesn't she say anything? It can't be such an awful fate to be paired up with me, can it? She doesn't look at my face and instead stares directly at my chest and
She's thinking
stomach.
of how to draw you.
Oh, Okay, why not? Just took you a minute or two, but we got there.
Look,
we got there.
This character doesn't do thoughts.
Yes.
So when you demand a thought of her, it takes her about a minute and a half to boot up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. Great. I'll get the stuff for us. No, you're new here. You said I'll go. Looking at the equipment, Namoya...
Nomia.
Yummy. I was prepared for today's meeting.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Confesses
It's supposed
me.
to be Nomiya. Because it's supposed to be a
Nomiya.
cat.
Yummy.
Nomiya.
Instead of graphite or pencils, we are apparently supposed to do ink sketches.
Ooh.
I've never done anything like that before. I don't even think I have. The teacher, however, seems confident in my abilities to adapt to this medium.
Simple.
Elementary, dear Watson.
First, you do the outlines in ink. You let them dry, and then you shade with the diluted ink. This is called India ink. It works like watercolors. If you're uncomfortable with it, use a pen instead of a brush for the outlines.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible. Got it. I pick up paper, water cups, one pen for me, one brush for Ren, and ink for both of us, then return to Ren. Grabbing a vacated chair from nearby, I seat myself directly opposite of her. Do you want me to do it with my foot or my mouth?
I feel like that's a person. Okay, he did have
that thought.
I feel like that's a personal preference.
What did you say? She tilts her head.
Yeah, no.
Yes!
No.
Her brows forming questioning.
No, she 100% knew exactly what you were thinking.
I didn't understand the question. I don't mind drawing you either way. You'll look better if I do it with my foot, though. With your foot, then, if it's all the same to you. Nodding and answering.
Yeah, it's like
gets
it's
up from her seat and kicks off her sandals.
It's like it's your personal preference, but like.
Yeah, in two fluid motions, she picks up the paper sheet and drops it on the floor, and snatches the brush between her toes before sitting on the floor in a weird half-cross-legged position.
So to be clear, she's sitting here and is drawing you on the floor. So, like...
Yeah. Although I've seen her do everything with her feet already, from eating to painting, this display of dexterity is so prodigious. Prodigious that I just stare at her, stunned. Ren contemplates her blank paper intently. The sharp tip of her brush hovers over the paper in anticipation.
She must find the perfect spot to start.
I have that. Where I start with my sketches, I start in the middle.
Yeah. Here's Monica's writing tip of the
way
day. This is literally Monica's writing tip of the day. Don't hesitate, otherwise you just get a blotch of ink in the middle.
When she raises her head to see if I'm ready, I quickly turn my face away. I'll go first. Make a pose. Strike a pose. What kind of pose? It doesn't matter, that's the point. You have to make the sketch of the impression you get, not decide beforehand. I am just sitting in my chair, my hands hanging limply between my knees. I look at her and she looks at me for a moment before beginning. Ren stares piercing but not impressive, impassive. Yeah. As if she
ain't getting through her fucking stare.
Part of me into her own self. I feel like I'm physically shrieking under the pressure.
Well, you did put both your hands in your lap in a way that makes it look like you're trying to tense up. So maybe that's your fault.
Of her gaze. I get the feeling that for the first time since we met, Ren is actually looking at me instead of in my general direction. She sketches with confident, bold sweeps of the delicate brush, not caring about the potentially destructive consequences of an accidentally misplaced stroke. I can't speak.
Are you allowed to say stroke in this school?
After she's happy with the outline, she stands up next to me. Anyway, stands up to pose for me, stretching her back and legs. This time she doesn't look at me. Instead, Rin lets her gaze wander around the room. I'm relieved. It's easier to stare at someone when they aren't staring back at you. Even so, I find it hard to get the sketch going. I'm not especially artistically talented. So I'm scared my portrait will turn into something disfigured, especially when compared to my partner's skill.
Valid.
You're just starting out, man. I know how it feels. I don't want to embarrass myself too badly on the first
It's your first try. It is an embarrassment.
Ren is not helping the process either. She doesn't stand still for even 10 seconds, tilting her head from side to side to judge her drawing, biting at her lower lip, looking unsatisfied, and constantly shuffling around like she was on hot coals.
Remember how just earlier she was literally unmovingly, like, static, laying on the roof, and now suddenly she's like nervously going back and forth and back and forth
and back. I finally managed to make some headway on my sketch, and with my outlines done, we both start inking in the shadow and light. Nomia. Wherefore art thou, Nomia?
Yeah, just assume that he's a character from Romeo and Juliet to pronounce it that way.
Of our sketches.
Very good. Standing figure is easier for a beginner to get a grasp of.
But I couldn't choose the pose.
Didn't choose the pose.
But I didn't choose the pose. I look at him and then at Ren in confusion, but he's already moving on to the next pair. And Ren
naturally put herself into a position that would help you draw her best.
Yes. Just like when she was painting the mural, Ren has become so engrossed with her work that it seems she has shut me.
The classroom.
Out. Oh, shut me, the classroom, and the entire world itself out. Her own little sphere
I need to look for a mod that is just Oxford comma editions.
Every now and then she leans backwards, seemingly.
Really, you're not gonna do that song? Every now and then I get a little bit. I can't remember the rest of the words.
Lonely.
Yeah.
Sometimes she bends forward, leaning down until her nose almost touches the paper. I didn't even think about it. I was so engrossed into the story.
It's a miracle!
This rocking back and forth looks silly. Suddenly, Ren proves she hasn't completely drifted off into a world of her own and speaks. Are you having fun already? She doesn't raise her eyes from the drawing, which is a good thing. The breaking of the silence sends a jolt of surprise through me, as if I'd been electrocuted. I don't know yet. It's hard to say. I can't hear how she replies to my answer because it seems she is suddenly having a private, whispered conversation with her sketch. Don't worry, he's not going to be as good as you. She prefers Paperboy over the real man. Oh. I don't understand how she can draw so...
I mean, to be fair, isn't that literally the plot of Take On Me?
I don't know.
The song where the guy beats himself into the 3D to be with the girl?
Yeah.
Isn't that basically just the plot of that music video? Da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun.
So when she has the attention span of a butterfly. As it seems, she lost her interest. I go back to work on my drawing as well. I go back. I try to add texture to Ren's hair to somehow grasp the way the golden afternoon sunlight, her bright red tussle aflame, and transfer it to my paper in shades of black and gray.
It's kind of hard.
They are large, flat, and gray. Somehow this pen and the bottle of ink seem like such lousy, inadequate tools for the task. Minutes pass, hours pass, fuck. But the sketch doesn't magically look any more like Ren than it did before. Yeah, I suck at live action drawing. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Her voice wakes me up from my despair. What about now? Why should we wait? Excuse me? Are you having fun already?
She didn't abandon the conversation. She gave you a few
wants
minutes.
you to say yes. Why do you keep asking that? Because I want to know if you're my type or not. Because it's a club, right? Clubs are meant to be fun. You joined to have fun. Are you having fun?
I mean, literally, on one hand,
asking if you are liking the thing.
Yeah, it's like on one hand, like she's normally very obtuse with answering the question, but in this case,
I think she's legit asking.
Well, she is legit asking, but it's also, this also feels a bit frustrating. Like she feels a bit frustrated in the situation of like, I don't understand how you could interpret even this vague statement, or this vague question, in any way other than the one way that I'm asking it. Like, are you having fun in the club that you just joined?
Is it important that I'm having fun?
Yes?
Yes?
Thank you!
Yes, you dumbass. Okay, I'm having fun. Good. I wonder if I said that just to please her, or if I really meant it. I can't really decide which to decide. I don't hate this, though. I can honestly say that much. It's good enough for now. As the allotted time to finish the studies quickly ticks away, I desperately tried to improve my awful sketch, but it doesn't seem to get any better. It takes hours, man. Hours to have your sketch perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least presentable. I want to start again from scratch, but what would be the point? Another 2 hours?
Yeah.
There's no time for that either. I've actually had to restart sketches because they didn't come out.
Yeah, that's normal.
And then I just traced it onto a new paper.
Yeah, you traced the
what I had
lines.
drawn. Yes.
Yeah, and then yeah, and that's the thing is that's how a lot of people do it in like, and not necessarily in GIMP specifically, but in like Art Tool, they do their rough sketch, and then once they get the rough sketch into a place where they're like, okay, now I'm gonna start the real lines, they'll go back and they'll put another layer on and sketch over and like clean up the lines. So it's like, yeah, that's basically what you're doing. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Please turn in the drawings on my desk, and I'll see you all next Monday. I mean, it's better than what I could do. That's actually not bad.
I glance at my portrait. It doesn't exactly look like Ren. I guess you could say it portrays her, but that might be a bit generous. The nose and jaw look hideous. And the shading is terrible.
I mean, honestly, this doesn't look that much worse than Younger Bros drawings.
My original drawings.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of your modern work, but
it is drastically improved.
But yeah, like
granted, it's my first attempt at drawing with ink, but it's still pretty bad. That's not bad. She knows exactly what you're thinking. She sneaked up behind me while I was lost in thought. Damn it, I was hoping I could smuggle the portrait to the teacher without you seeing it. Why? I'm not really happy with it. I wish I could do better. Then keep at it.
Yeah.
You just need some practice. Could you take my drawing to the teacher?
I really hope that he looks at it and it's
yeah. Curious myself about how the sketch turned out. I peek at the picture from the way Rin was drawing it.
I want it to look really bad.
She was really into it.
Come on. Wow. Yeah.
God
damn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's some good. It looks like you know what's really weird about it? It looks like it looks like it's a carving. It looks like they took this. Have you seen those it's like lithograph work? Yes. It looks like this is on like a gray slab. And
you can tell she's been at
carved
this for
out.
A while.
Yeah, like damn.
100%, like A+.
Very good.
Excellent. Somehow the seemingly arbitrary strokes come together to form an image of my face. From the shape of my chin to the messy hair to the somewhat gloomy expression. Her sketch blows my mind. I wish I could be as good as you. You are fucking amazing.
Well, save. Now, these are some real options. I mean, they're all real, but, like, these are
No, I think we
options
need to
that
be
matter.
bluntly honest with
Yeah.
this. It is fucking amazing.
Well, I guess
You're
either way,
amazing.
you're gonna admit.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. The
This
interesting.
one's putting yourself down. This one is putting herself up. I think
Yes.
this is the correct choice.
Yeah, but the other thing is that this one's also, like, very high energy, and the other one feels more subdued. So I think you're right that the bottom's the right answer, but I could easily see the game arguing it's the top. So,
I'll get there.
but, well, no, for right now, I'm not gonna go with options. We're just gonna go.
Wow, you're amazing. It's not that amazing, but thanks. I take a closer look at her work. It's still glistening with slowly drying ink. You know, I look kind of grim here. You do look kind of grim. I mean, I agree. But it's also true otherwise, too. Like this you, not the you I made. I do? I think so, at least. Her simple statement makes me suddenly feel incredibly self-conscious. I feel like I need a mirror right now to confirm or debunk Ren. It's a nasty feeling. Maybe it's just her. I hope it's just her and that I don't look like that sketch to everyone. It's a good sketch, but somehow I get a really oppressive feeling from it.
Yeah.
I see. Anyway, it looks really good. You are amazing. Thanks. I'm glad I could draw you. You're an interesting person.
This is one of the
Come
few
again.
times she gets to smile.
You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-deprecation has no limits today.
But
Ren
you
ignores it all.
literally said the option that was the least self-deprecating,
Yeah.
if any at all.
I knew that I could never compare, but to see the difference with my own eyes is quite humbling. See, I tried to make you look like you think a lot, since you did a lot of thinking. In fact, you're doing thinking now as I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I might have overdone the fed up with life expression, but cynics are like that, right? I want to retort something snappy, but Nomiya gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door.
Hurry up, you two.
While we've been chatting, the rest of the club has taken their leave. I quickly pick up our drawings and take them to the teacher's desk before hurrying after Ren, who has already left the classroom. She is now in the hallway. To my surprise, I wonder where she managed to run off to in just a few seconds. Would have been nice to talk with her more. Well, not that I had much to say, except maybe get back at her for calling me a cynic. It's surprisingly late. I already got used to school ending at the same time every day, so I can feel the extra hours in my head and my gut. My growling stomach reminds me that I am absolutely ravenous. I'm so hungry that I dare to try anything the cafeteria staff has deemed edible. Even when I see today's delicacy, fried mystery lumps, my
Fried mystery lumps.
steely resolve doesn't fade. I stuff the dinner down without tasting it at all, which is probably for the best. I don't have much homework to do, but what little I have won't get done by itself. So I stroll towards the dormitories.
Oh, God.
Preparing for the post-homework lull, I knock on Kenji's door. Hey, loan shark's here. He responds from the other side, although I can't make out what he said. I try the door, but it's locked. After several seconds, the locks click open, and he opens the door. God. Hi. Hey, could I borrow a book? The library was already closed after I got away from my club meeting. He's squinting even more than usual, and his eyebrows are twitching nervously.
Club? That's dangerous, man. Indoctrination, groupthink, brainwashing, you name it. High school clubs sow the seeds of conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs?
Your mother?
Watch your back and don't get too deep in. You might not come back.
Okay, Kenji. So, how about that book? You got Hunger Games?
Sure. But return them and don't spoil any of my books. No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluids. Capiche?
Sure, thanks.
The fact that he specifically clarified no bodily fluids.
Instead of letting me in, he retreats from the door, closing it again. After a few seconds, he returns with a stack of 3 thick books and hands them over to me. It's the Hunger Games collection. Sorry, not Hunger Games. I mean, that is 3 series books. I was going to say the Maze Runner.
No, they're going to be...
Opening the topmost one, a familiar emblem stamped on the copyright page greets me. Your books. These are from the school library.
They are now mine.
You stole these?
What are you talking about, man? I've been liberating these from the oppressive feminist movement that controls the library.
At least,
I mean...
he could have got away with the libraries giving out books, so I got these.
Or I borrowed them from the library.
Yeah. Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean that poor librarian girl, Yuko. She couldn't even oppress a wet towel.
You are 100% right. But that's brutal.
Brutality! I think he slapped Kenji in the face with that one. He gone. Kenji turns away, mumbling something and can't make out, closes the door behind him. Before going to my own room, I enter the bathroom. While washing my hands, my eye catches my reflection from the mirror above the sink. I try to look for the grimness rinse on me, but it's just the usual me inside the mirror that stares back. I attempt to tell myself that this is what I've always looked like, but I realize I don't remember what I looked like half a year ago.
Pretty sure I didn't have red eyes a year ago. Am I a vampire now?
Why was his eyes red?
They're supposed to be like a reddish brown.
I think they're supposed to be brown, yeah.
No. They're hazel.
Oh, they're hazel.
That may not be a joke. He might actually have hazel eyes.
Oh man, that was some good reading today. I wake up all sweaty as if I had ran a half marathon in my sleep.
Emmy.
Emmy, did you influence our dreams? How could you?
I believe that she might have broke into your room, put you in some kind of device that makes you run in your sleep, and then took you back.
She got like a medium to portray like a treadmill in your dream.
Or she literally had a medium possess you and made you run in your dreams.
Well, regardless, unfortunately, that is going to have to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to your videos if you read them. Follow on Twitch. We'll see you guys in the next Katawa Shoujo. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.